Do you know how habits are built or how you can intentionally create good ones? If you are seeing me for the first time, hello, my name is AJ and this series is called Chapter Summary with AJ, where I summarize one chapter of a good book every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, giving you enough time to practice and digest one chapter before the next one. And today we are in chapter 3 of Atomic Habits by James Clear. What stood out to me in chapter 3 was the 4-step cycle of every habit that James Clear referred to as the habit loop. The habit loop consists of the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward. For example, let's say you come into your house at about 9 p.m. and everywhere was dark. All the light switch were off. Now pause this video and tell me, what is the first thing that your brain would detect? It's the dark room. The dark room is the first thing your brain will detect. You thinking of how to turn on the light switch or turn on any torch, that's the cue. Why? Because you desire to see clearly around the house. That's the craving. You desire. Now, the process of you actually turning on the lights becomes the response. Why? Because you took action. You went to turn on the lights. And then you arrive at the end goal, which is being able to move around the house without hitting or stepping on anything because the lights are turned on. That is the reward. You can't make any habit automatic if you skip any of these 4 stages. If you eliminate the cue, then your habit will never start. If you reduce the craving, then you won't be motivated enough to take action, which is the response. And without the response, there is no reward. And when there is no reward satisfying the desire, then there is no reason to do it again in the future. James Clear transformed these 4 steps into a practical framework called the 4 laws of behavior change. The 4 laws of behavior change are simple set of rules for creating good habits and breaking bad ones. And these laws are: 1. Make it obvious. That's the cue. If you get the cue, make it obvious. 2. Make it attractive. When you feel the craving, make it attractive. 3. Make it easy. When you want to respond, you make it easy. And finally, 4. Make it satisfying. When you get the reward, you make it satisfying so it becomes repeatable. For breaking bad habits, you need to: 1. Make the cue invincible. 2. Make the craving unattractive. 3. Make the response difficult. And 4. Make the reward unsatisfying so you won't have any reason to repeat it again in future. So let me give one example for creating a good habit using the 4 laws of behavior change before we call it a successful chapter. So let's use the 4 laws of behavior change to create a hydration habit. Let's say you want to drink more water, yeah? By making it obvious, you can place bottled water around the house where you can easily see them. That's, you're making it obvious. You're seeing them. By making it attractive, you have to associate the feeling of drinking water with something really attractive to you. For me, I always say when I drink more water, I glow more. So I associate my glow with drinking more water. That's attractive. By making it easy, you have to make sure there is no much distance between you and that bottled water, because many of us are so lazy. Just by reaching something that is just 3 feet away becomes a problem. So you have to place the water as close to you as possible. If you know you're going to be sitting on the chair close to the table, put that bottled water on the table close to that chair. And finally, by making it satisfying, you will feel more proud because you've achieved a goal for that day, which is drinking more water. Feeling proud becomes the reward. Same thing goes for breaking a bad habit. Make it invincible. If it's cigarette, you can clean your house and take away all the cigarette you have in your house. Make it unattractive. You can keep posters of damaged lungs so that when you're seeing it, it will make smoking unattractive to you. Make it so difficult. You can throw your lighters away or dash it out to your neighbors so that whenever you want to smoke, you have to trek to go and buy lighter or go to your neighbor's place to get lighter. Like, you just have to make it extremely difficult. By just doing these 3 things, you have made it unsatisfying. So if you ever want to create or break a habit, you should ask yourself these 4 simple questions. 1, how can I make it obvious or invincible? 2, how can I make it attractive or unattractive? 3, how can I make it easy or difficult? And 4, how can I make it satisfying or unsatisfying? So that's all I have for you. Remember, growth is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more of who you were meant to be. With that being said, I will see you in my next one. For now, keep growing.